Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Glory to God, Supreme Master of the Universe. Om Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mriturma Mritam Gamaya. O God, lead us from darkness to light, lead us from untruth to truth, lead us from death to immortality, O God. Om Vishmani Deva Savita Durtani Parasva Yad Bhadram Tandasva. O God Supreme, you are the Creator, you are the source and origin of the universe. Everything belongs to you, O God, nothing belongs to us. You are the Lord of the galaxies, the sun, the moon, the stars and planets. You are the mighty sun, the Lord of a billion trillion suns. You give us light and heat and water and energy, comfort, peace and time, and you ask for nothing back. You give to the high and low, rich and poor, good and bad, weak and strong, ugly and pretty. You leave no one out from your love. Your love is Uttam, Prem and Daya, pure love and compassion by which mankind can return to their own divinity. They are divine, we are divine. Let us seek divine to find the divine within us. This is the focus of yoga, this is the pathway of yoga. Narayanaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. And now we ask God to forgive us our sins from this life and past lives, from many lives. O God, help us on this path of truth and light. And now lead us on the path of truth and light and holiness, deep prayer and meditation, so that we can find you within our heart, to be the most beautiful, powerful, rich, famous, intelligent, wise, and independent being, 6 qualities that no other God has. O Master of the Universe, we bow down to you and ask you to help those who are sick and suffering and dying, especially in this epidemic and many diseases, O Lord. Help them, have mercy upon them, give solace to them. Help those who are in darkness and ignorance to come to the light. You are the light of the world, O God. We bow down unto you again and again and again. Behold, your universe is on automatic pilot, from the Big Bang to the expanding universe of galaxies and stars, from the seed to the flowers and fruits. In our bodies, our heart, our lungs, our kidneys, our brains are working automatically. We don't have to tell it what to do. The world is spinning. Tides are moving, the galaxies are expanding, everything is going on according to thy law. We bow down to that law and majesty. Have mercy on us, Master of the universe. And now we bow down to the angels, archangels, and incarnations who are the government of this universe. And you, O God Supreme, and your Spirit Brahman, we bow down unto you. And now we pause to purify ourselves before we say the Sandhya prayers, the morning prayers. Om Sahana Bhavato Sahana Bhakto Zaviring Karvavahe Tejasvi Navade Tamastu Mavidhi Shayam Shanti 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 Om Amreto Vastaramasi Swam Retapadhanamasi Swam Satyang Yashasri Mai Sridang Swam Om Shanno Devi Rabishtapo Andabhideshang Yoravesa Vandana. Something in my nose, boy. Om. Om Vagavakum Prana Prana Om Chakshu Chakshu Om Shrotam Shrotam Om Nabhi Om Hridayam Om Gandha Om Shira Vyamyashu Balam Om Karatala Karabrishte Om Bhupanato Shirasi Bhupanato Netre Om Sapanato Kante Om Apanato Rede Tunabhyam tabha punatu padayom khang brahma punatu brahma sarvataya om bhuvam swaham aham janam tabham satyam om apavritam pavritam 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 Om Ritan Jasating Javidhata Tapasodhyaya Jayata Tataratra Jayata Samudurnava Om Samudata Navadari Sambhavasarava Jayata Hogatrani Vidadishvasya Mishadoshi Om Surya Chandamasaudhata Yadha Purvam Kalpita Divang Jabradiving Jantaraksamado Swaha Umurutyang Jatavis Devang Vahanti Ketavadi Shivishwaisuryam Modiyang Tapasavarshavasyantabutaram Devang Devatra Murigadhanikang Shakshara Miltasya Varun Syagne Paradya Paradhviyantariksham Suratma Jagadata Srasa Om Takshar Devahitang Parasaksharam Ushita Bhashyema Sharrashatang Jivema Shararashatang Adena Shama Shararashatang Bhuyasya Shararashatarum Brahmane Namo Nama Om Acharya Nam Rishi Nam Devi Nam Vede Nam Sabsantan Nama Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Ruksamanasatam Namami Harimbaram Om Viremasi Viremoide, Om Balamasi Balamoide, Om Manurasi Manurmoide, Om Tejosi Tejo Moide, Siojo Moide. O God, we bow down to you and ask you to give us strength and determination, resourcefulness, strength of body and mind, and patience, and with honesty and integrity. Give us the will and the hard work so that we can produce things of quality, that we can sell work of quality, that we employ to gain our living, have enough to share and gain and give in charity, and to take care of our body and mind in good health, and to keep some for retirement when we can spend all our life in the contemplation and worship of God Supreme. May you help us in this our sojourn, in this our journey to find you, to rise up above this material dimension of Prakriti, of lust and anger and greed, of Mohan Maya, so that we can come to you. Om Ritancha Sating Chavidhata Tapasodhyaya Jayata Tataratra Jayata Sumudonam Samudad Arnavadari Sambhavasarava Jayata Hogatrani Vidadishvasya Mishito Om Surya Chandamasaurata Yata Purvam Divang Jabradving Jantariksamuto Swaha Om Bhurvasada Sviturvarenyam Bhargaravasya Dhimahi Devana Prachodhayan. O God, brilliant like unto the sun, please purify our intellect, our thinking power, imagination, so that we can do our duty perfectly, Kaya Arjun, do our devotion and climb up the mountain of devotion to find you, O God Supreme. O Master of the Universe, we bow down unto Lord Shiva, who is the executive director of this universe and who is the model yogi. He is very easily pleased and he is giving to his devotees whatever they want, but he himself has renounced all material things and is always in communion with God. He is the greatest example of yogi we have on this planet. Narayanaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. And now we invite the deities, angels, archangels, and incarnations to come to our altar and to accept a bath in welcome. Gange Chayamini Chaiva Godavati Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalayasmina Siniding Kurum Pravasa Gaya Ganga Pushkarani Shah, we asking all the sacredness of all the great rivers, divine and earthly, to come into these waters to bathe the deities. Narayanaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namo. That's the name of God. His sacred name of God, His holy name of God makes everything pure. Om Narayanaya Krishnaya Govindaya Om Sri Devanam Devi Snanam Samarpyami. And we focus on the deities who remind us of God. Stone and wood is not God, but they help us to remember God and to focus. Focus is the main function of this puja, because without focus you cannot learn, and without focus you cannot produce things of quality, which many people forget about and many religions forget about to teach their people about quality. Quality doesn't belong to science alone. Quality belongs to you, the human who has an intellect that can create quality. And with this quality you gain your living quickly, and you're able to have time enough to extricate yourself from the bondage of materialism. Bolo Vrindavan Vihari Lal Ki Jai. So this is a total philosophy that keep you in good health and with material sufficiency, but give you time enough to find the Lord of glory in your heart. So little bits and pieces of knowledge are good, but you have to have the total knowledge, my friend, in order to climb up the steep mountain of divinity. Otherwise there are many pitfalls and many ways to be led astray, and there are all kinds of crooks along the way. Bolo Vrindavan Vihari Lal Ki Jai. And now, my friends, we take flowers and offer to God. Flowers that represent the beauty and wonder and majesty and holiness of God. No scientist can make a single plant cell more for a flower or a brain cell, but they are strutting all over the world. They can do this and they can go that, go to the moon and Mars, but they cannot solve the problem of the virus because they have become bandits of history, and we hope that they do not become the dinosaurs of history. We are praying to God to help us. Om Tulsi Patram Samarpyami Narayanaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namo. And now we Om Varnanamar Sanghanam Rasanam Chandasamapi Mangalanam Chakardaro Vande Vani Vinayakao Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayini Mantamurte Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namosare. And now we bow down to the Lord Vishnu, who sits in the ocean of milk and produces from every pore of his universe is born with galaxies and stars and planets. He is the Lord of infinity. Shantakaram Bhujakshenam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Garagara Meghavarnang Subhangava Lakshmi Kantam Kamalnainam Yogi Virdhyanigavyam Vande Vishnu Bhaviharam Sarvaloka Ekanatham. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat. And now we make offering unto God and offer Him this juice and flowers and fruit. Narayanaya Krishnaya Govind Brahmarpanam Brahmahuir Brahmagno Brahmanautam Brahmavatena Gantavyam Brahma Karma. Om Sri Krishnaya Tat Sat Sri Krishnaya Tat Sat Sri Krishnaya Tat Sat. And now we do what is called arati. We wave lights before the majesty of God. It is that is right within us, very close to us, nearest to our heart, and we don't know about it. Om Maito Arati Vatadana Dhasham Gire. O Radha Shyam Kire Mukti Dham Kire Maito Harate Utaro Radha Shyam Kire Hirde ke kabat kol bhakti ke tale hindol madhur naam bol bol charan chbe niwaro maito harate utaro radha shyam kire Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Deva Parabamba, Tasmai Sri Guru Namaha. Mangalam Bhagwan Vishnu, Mangalam Bhagwan Shankar, Mangalam Pundarikaksham, Mangalam Saraswate Durga Lakshmi Mangalam. Lalla Pujaran Pakaro, Lali Obsham Samaro, Naman Karo, Bar Bar Jagul Mukti Gate, Jao, And now we give you an opportunity, we take your Dhyan. Do arti or join with us. Om Jai Jagadish Hari. O Swami Jai Jagadish Hari. Bhakta Jano ke Sangat Janame Dura Kari. Om Jai Jagadish Hari. Jo Dhyave Bala Pave. Dukha Vinase Manaka Swami. Dukha Vinase Manaka. Sukha Sampati Ghare Ave. Kashamite Tanaka. Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Tuma Puran Paramatma. Tuma Antarayami. Swami Tumantarayami Para Brahma Parameshwara Tuma Sabake Swami Om Jai Jagadish Hare Papavam Papakarmaham Papamatma Papasambha Trahimang Pundarikakshang Sarva Papu Haro Hare Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardanam Yat Pujitam Maya Devam Paripurnam Tarasame Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat Om Guru Kripahi Kevalavo 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 Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Om Namo Bhagate Duhyam Vasudevaya Dhimahi Pradimanyaya Nirodhaya Namah Sangarshanaya Cha Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. And now we blow the Sank, my friend. Make a joyful noise unto God, the Lord of vibration. Everything in the universe is vibrating. This is the power of God manifest everywhere. Those who hear this sound and bow down to the Master of the universe gets a blessing. Om. Vrindavan Vihari Lal Ki Jai. Glory to God Supreme, the Master of the Universe, Creator, Maintainer, Destroyer, Recycler, the Lord of Time who brings everything into being, everything matures and deteriorates and dies. He is the Lord of creation, maintenance and destruction. We bow down to that mighty Lord of infinity. Om Shanti Shanti. Now we are speaking from YouTube, my friends. YouTube/Rupnarayan Singh, ROPNARINESINGH, and we have been doing this on virtual Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. Satsang. Satsang means coming together to worship God, to remember Him, to make sacrifice to Him, to sing about Him, to make a joyful noise unto Him, to worship it with all kinds of paraphernalia, and to find Him within our heart. So let us just sing Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Nishadena Namo Ganapati Charana Nishadena Namo Ganapati Charana Ganapati Charana Jagadukha Harana Ganapati Charana Jagadukha Harana Nishadena Namo Ganapati Charana Nishadena Namo Ganapati Charana Nishadena Namo Ganapati Charana Ganapati Charana Jagadukha Harana Ganapati Charana Jagadukha Harana Nishadena Namo Ganapati Charana. Om Shri Ganapati Devta Ki Jai. So Ganapati, my friend, is the son of Lord Shiva, with great executive and intelligence power to get rid of the demons, to keep them in check, and to supervise the universe with his father and mother to see that all things spiritual flourish. So that Archangel of God, we bow down unto him. Om Sri Ganapati Devta Ki Jai. Narayanaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namo. And now we go and read the glorious Bhagavad Gita, Song of God's Supreme Gospel of Perfection. If you haven't read the Gita in your life, you have missed the greatest opportunity in history, the greatest opportunity for humans. Even Oppenheimer, the one who created the atom bomb and the greatest scientist of the last century, when asked, could you describe this atom bomb? This atom bomb that wiped out 100,000 people in Hiroshima. He said, I want to quote to you from the glorious Bhagavad Gita, Song of God Supreme. If 1,000 suns should suddenly rise up in the sky, that would resemble the glory of the great Mahatma. Quoting what Lord Arjun saw when he saw the magnificent form of God Supreme enveloping the whole universe. No book in the world has any vision like that. And now we are going to read from the glorious poem Gita, my friend. Om Sri Hari Govindaya Namo Namah. Sri Hari Govindaya Namo Namah. Sri Krishna Arjun Sambha. Sri Krishna Arjun Namaste. So we finished the last verse 15 last night. So we'll just repeat that here. Evam jnatva kritam karma purvairapi mumukshabhi kuru karmaiva tasmatvam purvairaha purvataram kritam purvakaram kritam. Narayanaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namah. Govindaya Namo Namah. O Arjun, knowing this truth about God, that He is the essential force of everything that exists, nothing can exist without Him, that He is right in you as Paramatma. But you are born into this material universe and are baffled by the forces of materialism, which is selfish love, me, mine, lust, anger, greed, harshness, ignorance, arrogance. Knowing this, your ancestors who were the seekers of truth performed their duties, because you have to perform your duty Your duty is paramount, and you cannot do your duty if you don't take whatever talent you have and educate it and perfect it and produce things of quality. Quality, my friend. Quality. And then you get your living by that quality. And through that quality you can find God. Without quality, you are mediocrity or inferiority. Knowing this, your ancestors who were the seekers of truth perform their duties, follow their footsteps, and do your duty. Are you following the footsteps of your great-grandfather? Are you following the footsteps of Ram and Sita? Are you following in the footsteps of Hanuman and Vibhishan? Are you following in the footsteps of Radha? What are you doing, my friends? Are you living just like an animal? Rise up from this animal stage and find the beauty and wonder and glory and majesty of knowing God yourself. Kim karma kim meti kavayo vyatra mohidam tate karma pavakshyami yajagyatva mokshase ashubha yajagyatva mokshase ashubha. By getting this knowledge, you become free from this materialism. You come free from this birth, death, old age, disease, sickness, and sorrow. You come free from this lust and anger and greed and harshness. This is what is called moksha, liberation from materialism. What is action? What is inaction? Even the learned people are confused about this. Kabayo apyatra mohitaha. Oh, the Kavis, the great poets, the great wise philosophers and saints, they themselves are fools sometimes. What is to be done and what is not to be done. So I will explain to you, Arjun, the secret of action and inaction. So although it is difficult to understand, Lord Krishna is telling Arjun, I will teach you. By this knowledge one will be liberated from sins. So this is the aim of life, to liberate yourself from sins, not to drown in it. Most of the people of the world are drowning in sin. They're like underwater and trying to get a breath, they can't get it. Only when you get that breath you understand who God is. Bolo Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Mano happy bodhyam javi karmanaham akarmanasya bodhyam gahana karmano gati namanayanaya krishnaya govindaya namo namah. So the Lord is speaking to Arjuna, his disciple and friend, but Arjuna is just not an ordinary person. He is a general, most distinguished Mahabahu. He is Sabhyasachin, he is expert at the arrow, he doesn't miss. He does his duty perfectly. He is Mayanaka, he doesn't have any sin, he doesn't commit wrong. He Dhananjay accumulates wealth, he doesn't go begging all about, like you have in India and Africa and Caribbean. Because if you do your duty perfectly and you produce things of quality and work of quality, quickly you gain your living, you become prosperous. But we have forgotten about that part. We're just begging God, give me a mango. You want the mango right on your lap. You don't want to work for it. So you have to know the secret of actions. You need knowledge about inactions, and you also need to know what are unlawful actions, because the right part of action is very difficult to understand. It is not easy, my friend, to understand, because the powers of what they say the devil is now no body with tail and so on. The devil is right in you. Your lust and anger and greed and hate and anger and envy and jealousy. These are the devils within you. So you have to supervene. You have to go above these devils by slashing them with the sword of renunciation, giving up gambling and stealing and cheating and lying and promising every day, breaking their promise like Bodhi and Same, and they expect God to have mercy on them. This Bhagavad Gita is a practical manual how to live every single day. It is not a book of 5,000 years good for people, primitive people 5,000 years ago. It is for you, the modern man and scientist and educated person, to understand who you are, where you're going, where you come from, and what is your destiny, and who can help you and who can help you, and who are your enemies, who are your friends. This is what Bhagavad Gita is about, my friends. And those who fail to read it, those who fail to use its instruction will fall down. Just like a leaf falls down from a tree, you will fall down and be born again in another tree. That is the destiny of the foolish and stupid. And now the world has become the great asylum where we are going about it. Mask over our mouth, we have become the bandits of history, because we have developed atom bomb that could destroy millions of people one time within a few minutes. And we're making now artificial intelligence. We are surrendering our brain to artificial intelligence to make war. And therefore, we shall perish. Thank you very much.